Professional fight. Let's meet these two once again with Michael Buck.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 6 rounds, and it's in the flyweight division. The referee for this bout is Ron Stender. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He's wearing the red trunks with white trim and weighs 112 3/4 pounds. From Mexicali, Mexico, his professional record is 7-5, a KO to his credit. Let's hear it for Ramiro, El Tigre Garcia. And his opponent fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the white trunks and weighing in at 114 1/2 pounds, originally from Edmonton, Canada, now fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada. He was a member of the 1988 Canadian Olympic team, and since turning professional, he's undefeated 1-0. Let's hear it for Scotty, the Bulldog, Olson.
Gentlemen, you received your rule instructions in the dressing room. Again, obey my orders at all times. Shake hands. Good luck.
So a look at Ramiro Garcia and now at Scotty Olson. Scotty in his second fight. We saw him here on ESPN back at the Sherwood Country Club in Indianapolis a few weeks ago. That was his professional debut, a learning process, he said. And now he takes the next step.
He's got two men in his corner who represent both ends of the boxing spectrum, both successful in their own way. Richie Sandoval, who is a world bantamweight champion, and he was training with his manager, Bruce Strauss, the legendary club fighter extraordinaire, who is very popular here in Bismarck. Oh my, look at Scotty Olson nail El Tigre with right hands immediately.
And a double right hand, and that really set El Tigre up.
Garcia fighting off the ropes here. Olson promised us that he was going to be very aggressive early. He's a man of his word tonight.
He's a guy whose style seems to be better adapted as a professional than it was as an amateur, and that's not to diminish his amateur career, which is very good.
Created a superb amateur in 82 amateur fights. He made the Olympic team, the Canadian Olympic team. But yeah, it is a style that is more suited to the professional ranks. He can do a little bit more, be more aggressive. Garcia was 42-8 as an amateur.
Olson forcing the fight. Garcia fighting the first couple of minutes of this fight, was back to the ropes. Another right hand by Olson.
Olson has found a home for the right hand, and it's not his best weapon normally, or something you expect him to really be that effective with, but he's working on it. It looks good so far tonight.
He said the thing he really needs to learn and is working on is patience, learning to settle down a little bit. Which is only his second professional fight. He was very well schooled, though, for only having 2 professional fights.
Yeah, and you know, he understands his style, Barry. He knows what he's got to do. He's got to be very aggressive, give good head movement coming in, and work on the inside once he gets there.
Good jab also. Garcia starting to fight a little bit more confidently now after being stunned early by a pair of right hands.
He took those right hands, Barry, and I think he knows now I can at least hang in there after that. He knows he's got to do something offensively to keep Olson off him. To his nickname, the Bulldog, Olson will keep coming.
So we'll take you back into the corner of Scotty Olson. And as we mentioned, there's a lot of brain trust there. Richie Sandoval.
You're too busy trying to knock.
He's also leaning between the ropes. He's the bearded gent. And another pretty good boxing mind. Incidentally, we asked Scotty Olson this morning, we were talking to him about why he didn't start his professional career a little bit earlier after doing well in the 1988 Olympic Games. And he said, well, you can't go to safely on promises. He said, I had a lot of promises, but nothing concrete until he got involved with Richie Sandoval. And interestingly enough, too, he marketed himself. He went from Edmonton on his own nickel out to Las Vegas, walked into the gym in Las Vegas, the Las Vegas Gloves Gym, which is a great facility, incidentally, and he sold himself.
And this is what he sold. Right hand. That was actually to the throat of Garcia, but did get in there. And he saw Bruce Strauss there, and he said, we talked, and he said, I really hit it off with him, and he ended up managing him.
Strauss, of course, they broke the mold with him.
Fascinating guy.
Adding new meaning to the term opponent.
Yeah, he revels in it. Professional journeyman.
Punch profile through the first round. First time we've had a chance to use this tonight.
Yes, it looked like we would never get a chance the way these knockouts were starting out. See Olson landing more than twice the amount of punches as Garcia.
Got there with another right hand a moment ago. But Garcia, as you said, hanging in there pretty good with those right hands.
Work on there. All right, stop.
Good body work by Olson.
Garcia lost his last outing to Jose Luis Montiel in Mexicali in October last year. Lost it before. He's obviously the more experienced of the two with the more pro fight. They traded rights, and I tell you what, Olson's got there a lot better.
A bit of a reddening alongside the cheek and left eye of Scotty Olson. That was there in his first fight, too. He hasn't cut, but something to watch.
And we would be remiss if we didn't mention to people that the referee in this bout, Ron Standard, that name sounds familiar. And then you get a look at Ron. He was the man who challenged for the heavyweight title against Joe Frazier.
That's right.
They used to call him. I just forgot his nickname. The Butcher.
That's right. You know I was going to say that. I don't know why I was so sick of it. There's a left hand by Olson, and that stopped Garcia in his tracks.
Stunned him.
Another good shot with the right hand. And a left hand by Olson. And Olson really getting off on Garcia. Now he's hurt.
He's cranking up those hooks and straight right hands. That will not be called a knockdown. It's a slip by both men. Standard appropriately rubbing both their gloves. Cleaning them off.
Olson had Garcia hurt. The slip probably could have cost Olson a possible knockdown.
Good left hook there by Garcia. That's Scotty Olson left himself open, and Ramiro Garcia nailed him with the left hook coming in.
That's also a slip. So Ramiro Garcia has stuck around for 6 minutes anyway. It's a 6-round fight, and we'll be back right after this.
Well, with the right hand, to leverage on it as any he has thrown in this bout.
Yeah, you were talking about Kelsey Banks setting down his punches. Scotty Olson does that very nicely also.
Yeah, and he is doing it even better in this bout than he did the last one.
Good right hand again drives Garcia into the ropes. Take a look at the punch profile in the second round. As you can see, it has been all Scotty Olson.
And what a good knockout ratio of punches landed by Olson, 59%.
Olson just having his way with Garcia now, keeping him pinned on the ropes. Olson, a guy who, in the flyweight division, of course, he's going to rise a little bit faster than fighters and other young fighters in other divisions because there's just not that much out there. And on your card. This is no surprise.
And that right hand right there, designed to make all this academic. He is hurting Garcia with these shots.
Yeah, Garcia's just about ready to go. Right hand again drove him back into the ropes.
And the lighter or the heavier you are, the quicker you rise in your division. It's in the middle area where it's tougher.
Michael Carvajal, of course, has made a rapid rise through the flyweight division.
Superb performance against Tony DeLuca.
Something Scotty Olson really wants is another shot at Michael Carvajal. And of course came up through the amateur ranks together. Olson did a good job with that right hand.
Getting the lead right in more than you might expect from him. Good punch for him. One thing that Olson probably could do more of, Barry, is jab his way in. He's not doing it. I'm sure that they will look at that when they look at the tapes of this and know that that's an area they might want to correct.
Nice left hook there, and a right hand behind it, and that backs Garcia up.
Now that time, Scotty Olson walked right into a right hand from Garcia. When Garcia throws that counter right hand, it has gotten there on several occasions. That one may have gotten some respect from Scotty Olson.
You see it drops his hand and mugs with Scotty Olson. And we come to the end of the third round, which was about 10 seconds short, but the results are probably going to be academic. Go back round, and it's just more of the same as Olson comes out of his corner and drives Garcia into the ropes.
You know, one of the nice things about having Punch Profile on ESPN, I mean, in addition to having Bob Kenobi and Logan Hobson around, is the fact that when you make a point, they're right there with a statistic. For instance, only 39 of 155 Olson punches thrown in this bout so far have been jabs, so an indication that, yes, he's not using his jab as much as he'd like.
That's why they get the big bucks.
That's what they're here for.
Take a look at your card, shut out for Olson.
I have Olson at 30 to 27. And I can't imagine giving Garcia any of those first few rounds. Now there's the jab from Olson. Look at how good it was. It pushed Garcia back and then set up that right hand. So now I guess it's 31. Or 40, I mean. I don't know, 150 something.
Olson doing very well with that right hand lead, but again, as you mentioned, if you work behind a jab, you might have a little bit more success. Crowd here at Bismarck has suddenly gone rather quiet. I'm sure it's all saving it all for the local hero, Virgil Hill. And I'll tell you, it will be loud, I promise.
That open was my first experience here at Bismarck, listening to the din of this crowd, and I'll tell you what, it was pretty hard to hear.
Yeah, it's a great crowd here. It's a very festive atmosphere. It's really not like a lot of boxing crowds that you and I get around. It's a very different kind of atmosphere here, and I mean that really as a positive.
They don't do the wave at a lot of boxing events, no. It is fun. Now, this place is filled to the brim. I don't think you could wedge another person in here. Scotty Olson using his head there a little bit out of frustration because Garcia was hitting him while Stander was trying to break them. If you didn't notice, boy, I'll tell you what, this is a huge ring. I mean, there are states in the United States that are not quite the size of this ring.
Of course, it looks bigger with a guy like Scotty Olson.
That's true, too, but trust me, this is big. And, of course, that is not exactly an accident because Virgil Hill is a boxer who likes a big ring, and what Virgil Hill wants, Virgil Hill gets here.
Yeah, I think the running track around it, though, is a little excessive.
A little obvious.
We'll be back with more from Bismarck right after
This fight from Scotty Olson. Look how good it was. Boom! Bada boom, as my friend Sal Garcia used to say. And it was a real strong jab, which indicates that Scotty Olson can use that punch well. You've got to put a rain on me tonight. I don't know what it is.
Well, I have to admit, I didn't think El Tigre was going to be around until round number 5, and yet he is very much so.
You see, I'm corrected immediately by punch profile. No, that was jab number 42 now. All right. So much for my damn time. Well, Garcia has had experience, and he has never been knocked out, actually, in his pro career. So he's had durability. But the way Olson was starting, I agree with you. I didn't expect he would be here either. Wow. That. The percentage of punches that Olson is landing, and obviously anything over 50% is extraordinary. He's doing quite well.
The other thing that's interesting, too, is that he was telling us that Richie Sandoval actually wanted him to throw fewer punches. He was throwing an average of about 100 punches a round in his first fight. And he wanted him to throw somewhere around 60 or 65, and that's right about where he is. Right from the nose of Garcia.
Punches around.
That's very good.
I did that with my little... I didn't even need punch profile for that. What do you think of that? Sure, they got their computers, but I've got my yellow pad.
That's right, that's right.
I've got my abacus here. Mention my toes and fingers. Works good. There's the jab. Now see, look, even that punch goes to the punch more real strong. Oh, my. Overhand right now. I'll tell you, even that was a result of those earlier jabs. That helped him, even though it was a lead right hand.
Very good right hand, like his best. Just a little short with that left. Six-round fight. Remember, this is only Scotty Olson's second professional fight, so he's made that mini jump very early.
Which is odd. Usually you'd have a couple of 4-round fights. He doesn't look like he's bothering him so far.
Another right hand, an off-piece that Garcia applies.
Garcia again landed a good counter right, but didn't have any real impact on Olson.
Come to the end of round number 5, and it's really just more of same for Scotty Olson as he administers a pretty good beating.
The Scotty Olson right hand has really been the story of this bout. And there it is again, right on the side of the jaw of Garcia. And to give Ramiro Garcia credit, he has taken a lot of those shots. His right hands have not gone down.
Sixth and final round here. It starts out at a very upbeat tempo. Nice beat, can't dance to it.
I'll give it a 95. Hey, welcome back this week. Dave was with me last week.
I missed you guys.
We had a week off before that. You were out doing basketball around the country.
Yeah, I did.
Pardon?
I have this bunches of games.
Getting everybody ready for tournament time.
Yeah, it's good. It is going to be exciting. People keep asking me about who my Final Four is, and I don't know. I have about a Final 18.
It's a very tough year to pick. We're happy to have you back on the boxing trail.
I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad to be in a place like Bismarck. It's fun to re-fight some places like this.
Yeah, it's been delightful to come here and have a good time. And also having a good time with Scotty Olson, and I think he's having such a good time. He's pitching a shutout. Definitely every round.
Big left hand. That hurt Garcia. And Garcia's in trouble now as Olson tries to get him out of it. This fight actually very similar to Scotty Olson's first fight, just in the way it's gone. There was never really any doubt as to the outcome. And finally, the man just succumbed, and that's what's happening right here.
he called that a knockdown. I thought that was a knockdown.
I did too. He actually went to
That is definitely a push. Remember, Bud, the timekeeper starting to count both of those, although the second was clearly a push. It's his job to start counting anyway. Gosh, haven't we paid attention to what timekeepers do?
Yes, we have.
Scotty Olson needs to get himself some punching room. He might put Garcia out. Good hook on the inside. And Ramiro holding on when Olson gets in there. Just trying to survive through this. Olson a little bit wild.
And there's that jab again. You can see what an effective weapon it can be. Still to come, of course, battle for the WBA Light Heavyweight Championship. David Fetter and Virgil Hill.
Big right hand by Olson. Yeah, that jab, you know what else, Barry? The thing is, his jab is strong. It's a real punishing jab. So that's why Olson should use it more.
Garcia will do well to finish this fight on his feet.
He's been hurt badly in the 6th round.
5 seconds left, and it appears that Ramiro Garcia will and does get through the 6 rounds, but I don't think there's very much question as to who the winner of this fight is. It's the man in the white trunks, Scotty the Bulldog Olson. But I have to admit, El Tigre wasn't exactly a pussycat.
No, Ramiro Garcia was a tough guy. He couldn't answer back off.
Second professional fight, he remains undefeated. Right now, let's go to the center of the ring where Scotty's with Albertson. Now,
Scotty, this was a performance in your second pro fight. It seemed like you improved in every aspect. Did you feel that way?
Well, I thought I put in a fairly good performance. Of course, there's always times when you'd like to do a lot better. And I'll review the tape. I'm satisfied with the win, but I'm trying to get back into the gym and do correct a lot more good.
Well, you used the lead right hand very effectively. Is that something you planned on doing when you came in?
Well, I planned on throwing the right hand, but with my left jab to start it off. And when I threw the straight right hand alone, sometimes I was a little bit too far away and lunged with it, but next time it would be on the mark.
Take a look at some of your combinations that you threw when you got him in trouble at the ropes here. Good hooks also in there.
Oh yeah, I thought I heard him on a number of occasions. It was just a little awkward trying to set him up properly. I was wanting the knockout very, very badly, and I think you could see I was trying very hard.
Well, you were Richie Sandoval, who was training you, former bantamweight champion of the world. What's your report card on Scotty?
Oh, well, he did real good, and I think he was looking more for a knockout than trying to really set him up. And so that kind of made him look like he was sluggish. So I told him, hey, you got to calm yourself down and, set your punches up. But he really wanted to get this guy out of there, and he wants to knock out so bad that, just unfortunately, this guy was really tough and was durable.
He was indeed. Let me bring in a gentleman here who is managing Scotty Olson, Bruce the Mousetrap. And Bruce, they don't always associate you with fighters that win and are winners. But look at this guy, he's got a lot of talent.
Oh yeah, Scotty's going all the way. There's no question about it. He, with Richie's pulling out his best. Really a great duo to work with. I'm really pleased.
Fun to be associated with the young man has potential.
Great. He's going all the way.
All right. Well, congratulations, Scotty. Good win for you. Scotty Olson, he is beloved here. Hey, Bruce the Mouse Strauss is a big favorite here in Bismarck, North Dakota. We'll be back with more on Top Rank Boxing.